Star Trek Prodigy, Season 2, Episode 19, Ouroboros, Part 1. So Murph earns his stripes as security.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
I'm glad he didn't
But
die.
Hey.
But would have sucked if he died. Like, no, Murph. But he made it out. I'm like, yeah, go Murph.
And he saved Dal in the process.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
He caught Dal from who was falling to his death.
And I do like the interesting thing about this episode is that they kind of split the two fights. You have two fights going on. You have this season you have the fight against Essentia and the fight against the Loom. And
Yeah.
we split the episode right as the fight goes from Essentia. Essentia is essentially defeated, and then you figure out the wormhole and all that, or what all that is. You figure all that, and then boom, at the end of the episode, we're gonna switch to the Loom. The Loom are now our fight. You know, and so
Oh,
that was
Loom's
kind of an
massive.
interesting way to split the episode right there. It's like, oh yeah, this fight's basically over. And she could still get up and, from hell's heart I spit at thee, or whatever it was, and do something like that. But she seems
But I
pretty.
her her dominion is like over.
Oh yeah.
It all of the allies were there giving her strength, giving Gwen strength.
Yeah. So she kind of, and she kind of,
Like the
with that extra power, she just sort of fried her. So it's like,
yeah, and it's
I get,
like she just no, she fried herself because she's like trying and trying, and it's like she couldn't get past that power and so she just fried herself out. Like
mm,
fuck. And just as she did that, Della and team managed to get the satellite thing working again and went off and sent off the wormhole and ended up blowing up all of those ships.
yeah. But it's interesting to me, like, we're given you know, we're told by Jellicoe and the like that, it's like, no, we're stretched way too thin, way too thin. We can't spare any ships. It's like you can tell because, like, if this were any other time, like, they would have sent a few ships to handle this. It's like, oh yeah, no, this could be the end of our timeline itself. It could completely collapse the time stream, but we're gonna leave it to
Fun.
Janeway
Oh,
and
what
Protostar.
kids.
Yeah, Janeway and a bunch of kids. It's like,
I
you know,
bet you that Essentia is shaking her fist and going, I would have gotten
would have
away
gotten
with it
away
if it
with it
weren't
too.
meddlesome
You
kids
meddling kids.
in your admiral.
Yeah, or and whatever Murph is.
Yeah, and your
She was
slime,
dope.
your slime worm guy thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, Murph coming in with the win.
I know. Although that was a sad moment between Chakotay and
No.
hologram Janeway because it's like, yeah, but I know that I won't know. My memory gets erased or faulted or something, and it's like we can copy you. No, no, you can't. We both know you can't. Don't play a playa.
Yeah, I am hooked into the computer database of the protostar. Like I know I can pull on any information I choose at will, essentially. So yeah, I know how big my file size is. I know what and I know what that looks like. Like you need a significant chip's computer to host a copy of me.
I mean, could always use if they can make a new mobile emitter or borrow the doctor's.
Well, I think that might also be like because you're going to run into the same even a bigger problem with the either way you're going to have a problem with one of these two holograms being too big because
Mhm.
if she's too big, the doctor is way too big because like she's got her memories and what she's built up from what you know
Yeah, but
the
that's my
moment.
like the doctor transfers himself from the mobile emitter to the holograms on the ship. And so and he has shown that he can use the mobile emitter on other holograms. Like it has been shown that the mobile emitter can be used for other holograms. So transfer her data into the mobile emitter until they can find a new location for her.
Or if you have room for the doctor, you probably have room on Voyager for Hollow Janeway, a copy of Hollow Janeway. So either way, they're probably not too different in size.
Yeah.
Like
I
because
mean,
they're both extremely complicated holograms with a lot of subroutines. So it's either you go load him onto load her onto Voyager, and then just say, okay, doctor, you're gonna just have to stay on your mobile emitter. We'll have to figure out a way to like you're just gonna stay on your mobile emitter for the time being, and
exactly.
that, that way we have enough space. That's if they don't already have enough space, because there's the Voyager is a science, probably a science ship. So given that it's a science ship, it probably has a lot of computer space for data. And so, yeah, you may not be able to make any,
I thought he was dead.
Nah, you just go to the Apple store and get an expansion pack.
No, no. Data died in Nemesis, and so at
Uh,
this point, he's dead.
no, but yeah, you wouldn't be able to collect information on, you know, interesting stellar things in this high detail, but like you can just get Janeway back to San Francisco and like they can put her on something else. It's like we can move you. We have computers in San Francisco. We can move you too. Like
Yeah,
this isn't going to be a problem.
and I think that was the point. Like they can copy it. It's like they just don't have the room at the time
well,
because
uh,
transferring her file would take too long, probably.
okay, but sorry, isn't like whole thing gonna be like a mute point? Because once they fix everything, won't this timeline just not exist?
No, it will still exist because they are closing the loop.
Ah,
This
So
always
they
happened. This always happened and was going to happen so
okay.
long as they
remember
closed the
what
loop.
Rock said. Remember what Rock said?
Oh yeah, sorry,
The
timey wimey
temporal
bullshit.
mechanics, temporal mechanics. It gives you a headache. I love that. She's like, "Yay, we did it! We opened up the wormhole. They succeeded!" And it's like, "Okay, cool. Yeah, you can put me down now." She was hugging Will so tight that I mean, Wesley so tight that it's like, "Okay, you're crushing me. Please put me down."
My name may be Crusher, but I don't like being the crushy.
Yes, I'm a crusher, not a crushy.
Which that's a missed line.
There is a line in Big Bang Theory because Sheldon had some animosity towards Will Wheaton for a while, so he named his bowling team the Wesley Crushers because they're crushing Wesley. And it's like, you named them after me? That's so sweet. No, no, no. It's not the Wesley Crushers. It's the Wesley Crushers. Like, yeah, the Wesley Crushers. You're so sweet. It's like,
uh, I want
I mean,
I
it
want
was
that
a good
heirloom.
episode. Just there isn't a whole lot to talk about because it was so much sweeping stuff.
Oh yeah.
It was like so much, big battles and big like that the episode itself didn't hold so much nuance as to need to be broken down.
Well, it's
It's build up
when
to
you're
it.
wrapping up everything,
Yeah,
that takes less. There's less there. Like it's like, oh yeah, how did they wrap it up? Well, they did this. Okay, what nuance is there in that? A
exactly.
little, but not much. Like it's like, yeah, that's kind of how you would need to do that. Like they spend a lot of it on getting this wormhole right, and
Yeah. Then
so
fighting
now,
yeah and Dreadnought and you know that's like the main part of their thing is space battle, ground battle.
Pew pew
Okay.
battle.
Huh? Yeah,
Pew.
pew pew
lots
battle.
of climbing, lots of climbing.
Lots of climbing. Oh yeah, it's like can't talk right now. Our hands are full.
Yeah, it's an unbelievable amount of running.
Yes. Hey, the doctor would know all about that. I'd say run, run. That has
was
been
that
in catchphrase since the second Doctor, at least.
was that Noble Donna that said that? It was like it's an unbelievable amount of running or something like that. Somebody said something like that about
Yeah, no, I
not
think
being
it
with the
was
doctor.
Donna. I think it was Donna to Martha. I think
Yeah,
it was Donna and Martha met.
yeah, they
Um,
did.
yeah,
She said,
and it's like he's so
then you get
sweetie.
then you get
You could
hugging him.
get a paper cut giving him a hug.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that scene. But yeah, but yeah, anyway. Yeah, it's a lot of climbing, a lot of wrapping up things, and now Cynthia's taken
Running,
care of.
fighting, getting zapped. But I kind of wonder what that quantum energy did to Dell now. Because it's like if that thing hits you, it could erase you from the timeline or whatever. It's like, why did you have to tell me that? Like, don't tell me that until after I succeed.
Yeah, to dig into a different sci-fi, it's like, don't tell me the odds.
Yeah, it's like you don't want to know how you know it's dangerous. You already know that. You don't want to know how dangerous because then you're going to be too scared to do it.
I don't know what it was from. It's a clip I saw, right? They're like, "Are you ready to be the first person in history to travel back in time?" He's like, "Hell yeah!" This has a almost 0% chance of survival. What?
Yeah. It's like, no, I don't want to know the odds. I don't want to know how dangerous it is. Not until after I succeed or fail. Well, after I fail, it doesn't matter because I'm dead, but you know.
But yeah, well, and the whole thing with that thing in A New Hope is that it's like the odds of navigating a asteroid field are such and such 1,000 to 1. It's like no, not really, because they're actually, if you look at, or at least our
There's
asteroid
space
belt, from what I understand,
possibility.
there's loads and loads of space, like
Yeah.
Neil deGrasse Tyson's like, yeah, no,
Although,
there's tons of space between these things, and they're all really tiny. So,
yeah.
like, or not
Although
tiny, but they're not all.
yeah. But there is the whole. They're going basically in a pretty straight line. It's like driving 100 miles an hour on the interstate with in a hailstorm. It's like, okay, but you hit one and it could damage you deeply because of how fast you're going. Because they were going
Just like the whole thing wouldn't be that dense.
no,
You'd
it's
be
not that
driving
dense.
by a boulder, more likely. Like driving on a highway and it's bouldered on the side of the road. Yeah, if you went off course and hit that boulder, it'd be a problem. But as long as you stay on the road and you stay out of the way, you're fine. And that's pretty
Yeah,
easy
but
to
that's
do.
how you navigate it so precisely.
But it's asteroid fields aren't nearly as dense as they make them out in Star Wars. But anyway, getting off.
They are not nearly as dense as half the people I deal with.
I feel that.
I work retail. It's a fact.
But anyway, yeah, I don't know that we have much. I mean, she does have her what are the heirloom again. So
she doesn't just have her heirloom. She ended up stealing Asensia's heirloom.
It's
like she took them both. It's like, you weren't giving me back my heirloom. Now I got them both, bitch.
Yeah, we're gonna do better, huh?
Oh yeah, you're gonna blow yourself up.
Pew pew pew.
She just fried herself with that energy. With like, I did that once. Not fried myself, but I like concentrated so hard that I fainted. Like I was like
something.
8 or 9, okay, and I was like trying to make my face red by forcing all the blood to my head by like going, you know, and I did it, and then I woke up unknown amount of time later on my bathroom floor. So.
What is it?
So I mean, I get it. You put so much effort into something, you pass out. I get it.
Yeah. Let me see. I can't think of anything.
No.
Okay.
Okay, let's do it over again, but in French.
I don't speak French.
Bonjour, French toast.
Maurice Chevalier, Eiffel Tower. Je ne sais quoi.
Okay, till next week then. Goodbye.